Thank you. Good evening. My name is Alexander Fußmilch, and I'm part of Cirecon. So first of all, maybe, yes, you're right. I am not looking like a startup pitcher, at least from my age perspective. So Cirecon is a name combined as circular economy. And I'm part of a company which is IT service provider. So you may think IT service provider, right conference, wrong guy. So I learned a lot today, and our core business is to serve one of the leading computer manufacturers in the world, but also one of the biggest retailer in Europe for their after-sales services in consumer electronics. So very exciting area. Once it becomes to the point where you do have repair partners, logistics partners, and recyclers in the end, where they are keen on the retail and the OEM to recycle used products, used electronic products. So once in a day, we were going to the warehouses of this manufacturer, and they showed us hundreds and thousands of products on storage devices, so external hard disks, computers, cell phones, so everything which is not used anymore. And they were scared to recycle and to return this to within their recycling system because they were scared about the data protection on those devices. So we needed to find a solution, and we made it up on developing an asset for them where we had 100% transparency on those devices. Still today, there's only 17% of those devices traceable in this return loop. So that means 4 or 5 devices you turn back into the retail or to the OEM, while you don't know if it pops up again somewhere in the other part of the world. So this is the asset where we developed a solution, a platform, where we had 100% traceability on those kind of products on each individual serial number basis. So I would like also to ask you maybe a question on your sitting here as a private person. Who of you has not used devices anymore at home in your basement or somewhere? Who of you? Yeah, that proves a little bit our market research we did. Yeah, it's about 87% of the private users who have old devices at home which are not used anymore. And we did a quite interesting market study recently where we have almost 1,000 users asking a couple of questions on what do you do with those devices? Do you return them back in? For example, only 3% of the users are returning not used devices anymore throughout the retail channel and also throughout the OEM. And it's divided also by age discussion on how old you are returning to what kind of channel not used devices anymore. And one of the areas not returning products, it's about 32% of the users not returning products which has storage devices because of a lot of different reasons. Most of them scared about using your personal data on those devices. And this kind of data is then not traceable. And this is where we bring in transparency in the whole loop. As a platform, we develop together for the consumer electronics devices. So that's on how we developed the brand Cirecon itself. So not being students and bored and nothing to know what to do. It's more born out of, okay, there was an issue in the consumer electronics area where we brought in transparency and traceability across the whole supply chain at the end of the life cycle of the products. Yeah, that's what we do. Thank you very much.